Hello and happy Monday. This is our first show after spring break, and I hope everyone had a fun and relaxing vacation or staycation. I'm Sneha Biuru.
And I'm Cassidy Rickley. You're watching NewsWatch Ole Miss. We've been having some crazy weather, not only in Oxford, but throughout the South region, so stay tuned.
And later on, see how the Grove Grocery is benefiting our community.
Well, after this tornado-filled weekend, I'm so excited to finally see some sun and warmer weather.
So true. Let's take a look at our weather anchor, Seth Parantu, for a look at our current conditions. Seth.
Well, I know we're all getting back into the swing of things, coming back from spring break, but thankfully Mother Nature is on our side for this week. As you can tell, it's been a beautiful day here in Oxford, and as we head into the rest of the week, it's looking to be clear skies most of the way, so make sure to stay tuned for your full forecast. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Seth. While we are lucky with good conditions today, it was an unfortunate weekend for weather here in Mississippi. At least 42 people are dead after powerful storms swept through the Midwest and the South.
Multiple states woke up on Monday morning to damage from dust storms, wildfires, rain, and tornadoes, following nearly 1,500 storms, reports from across the country from Friday to Sunday.
A twister outbreak ripped across 7 states that uprooted trees, tore apart homes and businesses, and downed power lines.
The National Weather Service office of Jackson, Mississippi reported at least 8 confirmed tornadoes from Friday to Saturday, with more likely as surveys continue.
One of the most challenging things about days like Saturday is it's just horrific storms that come through here, and then a day or two later you look and it's 60 degrees and beautiful weather, and I hope that sends a message of hope to all of the affected individuals.
Our hearts at NewsWatch go out to those affected by these storms, but moving on to some lighter news, the Grove Grocery is a food pantry here on campus that benefits our community.
Here's NewsWatch reporter Tyra Walton with more.
Grove Grocery, located in Kennard Hall, room 213, is the nonprofit University of Mississippi's food pantry. Recently, we talked with the organization's director, Capri, about Grove Grocery and its benefits for our campus.
The reason Grove Grocery is important is because 30% of our students on campus are food insecure, and we're here to combat food insecurity on campus at Ole Miss. We're fully student-led and operated, so all of our students shop for the pantry, run the pantry, stock it, decide what we need, all of those things.
Capri also touched on ways that students around campus could give to or volunteer for the organization Grove Grocery.
The way to give is we have a link on our website through the UM Foundation. You can give monetary donations. We also have collection bins all around campus that say Grove Grocery on them, so you can donate food through that, or you can always come to the pantry and drop things off. One thing we provide that we're always in need of is meal swipes, so students can donate meal swipes on the Get app. We also have hygiene products, frozen food, refrigerated food, and then canned food and shelf-stable food. On our Instagram, at Grove Grocery, we have a link to a volunteer training Zoom. So to become a volunteer, you'll join the Zoom. We have it every week, and you'll be certified to train. And then once you're certified, we have a sign-up every week that we'll send out, so you can pick when you want to volunteer. If you're busy that week, you don't have to. So it's really flexible if you want to volunteer. We're always in need of volunteers because we're open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. So we're open way more than most food pantries, especially on campus. We're always looking for volunteers. We're always looking for donations. We run out of food really fast because we're in really high demand. So we always will take monetary donations, food, any volunteer help we can get. We really appreciate it.
Reporting from Grove Grocery, I'm Tyra Walton for NewsWatch Ole Miss.
Thank you, Tyra. The North Mississippi Baptist Memorial Hospital has just received a 3-year accreditation for adult heart ultrasound services. With this, the hospital has new advanced technology and shows their commitment and dedication to the hospital's health care. This will help to ensure patients receive the high levels of care that they need and deserve. Are you looking for some summer fun in Oxford? Well, the city's first water resort, Roundabout Oxford, is opening just in time. Roundabout Oxford's grand opening is April 24, 2025, and has many exciting experiences available.
The resort has various attractions for all ages, including a kiddie pool for children and an adults-only area for those wanting a more relaxing experience. Additionally, the resort has also fun events planned all throughout the year. The resort also is appealing to many Ole Miss students looking for work over the summer, and applications are currently open. The resort will undoubtedly add to that Oxford's charm.
Warmer weather is springing forward just in time for the grand opening of Oxford's first water resort, Roundabout Oxford. Opening day is April 24th for the RV and Water Resort, and hiring for positions has been in full swing. Ole Miss student Mason DeShield is one of many who have found interest. The resort's appeal, as well as her background in working at water parks, pushing her to apply to be a pool attendant.
Not only do I think it's gonna look good on a resume, but just the hospitality industry is growing so much, especially here in Oxford. And so having this opportunity would just be really amazing.
The new resort will offer 20 tiny home cottages, water activities, arcade, and more. The resort and RV park will be located just outside of Oxford city limits, right on the main highway. Officials at Roundabout Oxford were not comfortable with filming of the site or open to interviews. However, on their website, Jay Hughes said this.
It's just trying to have everything in one place that satisfies nature, entertainment, playfulness, and fellowship.
According to their Facebook account, reservations are open to book a stay at the resort. They also include many updates on construction progress and job opportunities. More information can be found on their website at roundaboutoxford.com.
I think students are gonna absolutely love this.
This is Krishana Stanfield, NewsWatch Ole Miss.
The Corinth School Board approved the firing of Superintendent Lee Childress late this morning. Benton County Attorney Tony Ferris says that the decision was stemmed by a recent arrest from a former teacher who was allegedly using AI features to create child pornography images of his students. Childress was fired due to him representing the families and children whose images were generated on this incident.
After an outage last week due to a workplace accident, Atmos Energy restored natural gas to customers in Lee County this afternoon. The company shared steps for customers to follow to ensure a smooth process. The steps included making sure a resident over the age of 18 was present during the service, ensuring the building's natural gas piping and appliances passed a safety check, and allowing an Atmos Energy technician to enter the building. Atmos was able to restore natural gas to 2,870 customers. Crews went to the houses in the community and manually turned on service to nearly 17,000 customers. After this short break, we will be talking to an Ole Miss student about how she was able to make something positive out of a cyberbullying incident.
Plus, stay tuned to see how President Donald Trump is handling a potential pandemic with The Watch. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back.
It helps to look back, to learn from the pioneers and trailblazers,
to gain inspiration from those who came before us,
to show us what it means to act with empathy and to show that love has no labels.
Join WWE and Love Has No Labels throughout the year in celebrating people from all communities and heritages.
Because when love has no labels,
that's a love we can all fight for.
Hurricane Helene, devastating impacts on the southeast. Now it's time to help the people and communities who need it most. To make a one-time financial gift to the American Red Cross, scan the QR code on the screen. Make sure to select I want to support Hurricane Helene and enter how much you'd like to donate. Or go to redcross.org/donate. Together, we will make a difference for those recovering in hard-hit communities.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. NewsWatch reporter Amelia Ward gets some insight from the students of Ole Miss on their thoughts on cyberbullying. Let's go check it out to what she has to say for just a minute.
Research shows that between 20 and 30% of college students have experienced cyberbullying. Today, in just a minute, we spoke with Ole Miss students on its impacts. Ole Miss student Alexia Andrachek says she was bullied online in high school.
It got really bad to the point where I didn't want to go to school anymore.
She overcame it and managed to turn it into something positive.
I had the opportunity to serve as Miss Ohio Collegiate America last year and be able to create a platform that was anti-bullying and educating young children on how to be kind and accepting to everyone.
Two Ole Miss students say they don't understand people who bully others online.
I really don't understand like the motive behind it to begin with. Like, why are you trying to bring someone else down over a screen?
I think it affects people more than we realize because we see the screen and we see, oh, it's so easy to just type out these mean messages to people, but then you actually read the comments, the responses of those people.
Student Antonella Rosino says universities should bring more awareness to this problem.
Bring more awareness about how can you sugarcoat cyberbullying, because I feel that's they normalize cyberbullying just in social media.
Moving forward, Ole Miss and its students must work towards a campus that is cyberbully free.
Let's turn things on over to Sneha for a quick rundown of what's happening in our nation with The Watch.
To spread throughout the U.S., but the office responsible for dealing with the situation only has one staff member left. In 2022, Congress established the White House Office of Pandemic Preparedness and Response Policy to deal with threats such as the bird flu. The office once had around 20 staff members and were actively working on a response to the bird flu until the middle of January. However, recently there has been confusion surrounding the office. Sources report that only one staff member will remain, and it is not clear who that person reports to. Additionally, the White House website no longer has the office's page able to view, resulting in uncertainty about the office and its future. Mississauga is the latest city to stop flying the American flag amid the trade war between Canada and the U.S., alongside President Donald Trump's annexation threats. Mississauga Mayor Carolyn Parrish said in a post to X Saturday that her city began removing all American flags at locations along Lake Ontario, as well as ones hung in sports arenas. She says oversized Canadian flags have been ordered and will be installed on all poles at City Hall. Mayors from surrounding cities also ordered U.S. flags to be removed from municipal buildings earlier this month, with West Lincoln Township Council voting to do the same in their region. And more on the Trump administration. A recent Pentagon briefing on the Houthis campaign discussed its start over the past weekend, hitting over 30 targets at various amounts of different locations. The locations included places like terrorist training sites, unmanned aerial vehicles, weapon storage units, and more. It was said these strikes were not about regime change in the Middle East, but about putting America's interests first. It was also said these events began when the Houthis pledged attack on our ships, leaving Americans at risk. President Donald Trump has ordered the campaign against the Houthis following his executive order to redesignate this group of people as a foreign terrorist organization. At the same briefing, Pentagon spokesperson Sean Parnell covered the current focuses for the Department of Defense.
There's a new president in the White House, and that, of course, is our president, President Donald Trump, who has immediately gotten to work on his America First agenda for the Department of Defense. Among those are 4 top-line points that I think are very important for those in this room to understand. Those are protecting the U.S. homeland, deterring China, and maintaining the ability to strike America's enemies anywhere in the world, and then also asking our allies to do more.
That's all for now. Be sure to tune back into NewsWatch tomorrow at 5 p.m. for any developments. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you for your updates with The Watch, Sneha, and I'm excited to watch the weather after this break. Seth, can you go ahead and tell us about tonight's conditions?
I see what you did there. Don't think I didn't see what you did there.
I tried.
Well, as we head into tonight, we are looking at a low of only 46 degrees. So if you have any plans for going out tonight, I know I'm hitting up one of our other anchors for dinner after this. A lovely little vibe. It's going to be the perfect evening, just a light jacket. So make sure to stay tuned for any and all upcoming weather events right after the break.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country. And some people don't. People start pollution. People can stop it.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/team up.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss with Stormwatch. I'm Seth Brento. Well, if we take a look at our current conditions here in Oxford, you can see we are rocking with around 67 degrees here with sunny skies and only a light breeze of around 6 miles per hour. And if we take a look at today's highs across the region, as you can see, everyone but Corinth and Tupelo got the memo. We're rocking with 67 everywhere else, but Corinth is at 64 respectively, and Tupelo is at 65 respectively. And as we head into tonight, again, we are looking at a low of only 46 degrees, so honestly, perfect springtime weather to go out. That wind will be staying consistent at around 5 to 10 miles per hour, and again, clear skies. As we head into tomorrow, we are looking at a high of 76. Perfect temperature for doing anything outside. The winds will be raising a little bit to around 10 to 20 miles per hour, so it might be a little bit blistery out there, you know, from some winds, hair going everywhere, but you know what? I'm not complaining. I'll take 76 degrees. And as we head into tomorrow regionally, as you can see, temperatures will be consistent around the mid-70s, with Tupelo now having the regional high of 78 degrees. Now, taking a look at our big map, as you can see, these are the remains of that storm system that came through our town and region, decimating, but thankfully it has died down a little bit, now hitting the eastern seaboard with just some mild rain and winds. And for your 5-day forecast, as you can see, temperatures will be relatively consistent throughout the week, with the exception of a cold front coming in Wednesday night into Thursday morning for only a high of 56. But all in all, not too bad for coming back from spring break.
Honestly, I'll take 56 degrees, even though that's the coldest, if that's how cold we're going to get.
For a low, the 30 degrees are over.
Finally.
Spring is here.
Finally.
Spring is here.
It's about time.
Finally.
So excited for this warm weather. It seems like it's the perfect time to go to all the games. Erica, can you tell us a little bit more?
I wish we could enjoy this nice weather at some games this week, but we don't have any home games. As for last week, however, we have a lot to talk about, including some recaps from this weekend's series and March Madness. All this and more coming up after this short break.
Leaders shaping a new generation, innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
Gonna be a hot one out there for move-in weekend, Ole Miss. Good luck this year, Red.
You did it. You're home. I can't wait for you to discover the true meaning of hotty toddy. It's a cheer that connects us all to the red and blue. It's the moment that begins when you step on campus and continues long after you turn your tassel. I can't wait for you to discover your legacy and make the world a better place. Are you ready? Everyone has a ritual. That small thing to keep us focused. A habit we never skip. To clear our minds and elevate our performance. What do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Maybe you surround yourself with positivity. Or you need to center yourself. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Welcome back, Revs. I'm Erica Durkee with Sports Watch. After an exciting SEC tournament, Ole Miss has punched their ticket to March Madness. The Rebels started off strong against Arkansas in Nashville, opening the game with a 9-0 run and ending the half 42-34. But in classic playoff fashion, the Razorbacks fought back and led 80-77 with 29 left to play. An and one from Dre Davis tied the game, and a buzzer-beater three-pointer from Sean Padula sealed the deal and led Ole Miss to the quarterfinals. They then had a rematch against the number 1 seed Auburn in a hard-fought game. The first half turned out to be a defensive battle as the Rebs held the Tigers to a 35.7 shooting percentage and less than 30 points. The lead changed 5 times into the break, but Auburn ended the half up 29-22. In the second half, Ole Miss would chip away at the lead, tying it at 46-7 with 7 minutes left. But they stayed in it until the very end, down only by 3 with 38 seconds. But a huge bucket from Joni Broom would be the nail in the coffin, with Auburn winning 62-57. With this impressive performance in the tournament, Ole Miss was awarded the number 6 seed, where they will face either San Diego State or North Carolina on Friday, March 21st in Milwaukee. In Coach Beard's 4 previous appearances in the tournament, he has never lost a first round, so be sure to circle them on your brackets. And women's basketball secured their 4th trip in a row to the NCAA tournament, where they will face number 12 Ball State in Waco, Texas as the 5 seed. The time and television has yet to be announced, but it will also be on March 21st. So park yourself in front of the TV and tune in to both the men's and women's games and cheer them on. And going to Swayze Field, Ole Miss baseball fell to rank 19 from 15 after a difficult week of play. A disappointing midweek loss to South Alabama led into the first SEC series of the season against number 3 Arkansas. They took the first game, supported by 3-for-4 days from Mitchell Stanford and Isaac Humphrey, and 5 solid innings from Hunter Elliott. The Rebs had control of the game the whole time, starting with 2 runs in the first, and ended the day up 10-6. They started game 2 up 2-1 in the first when a disaster 5th inning started with 3 back-to-back home runs and a total of 8 scored by the Razorbacks. Despite getting 1 run back from an Austin Fowley homer, Ole Miss fell 12-3. And a nail-biting rubber match on Sunday began with a 4-0 Ole Miss lead. But Arkansas, a strong offensive team, fought back to a 7-4 lead by the 6th. The Rebs strung hits together to tie it 8-8, and a single from Will Furness brought Sanford home from first for the lead at the bottom of the 8th. But instead of recording 3 outs for the win, a 3-run homer from Arkansas ended the momentum and the series for the Rebs. The team hopes to redeem themselves tomorrow for a midweek matchup against Southern Miss. But softball saw much more success, sweeping Iowa State at the Rebel Invitational. Miali Guachino recorded 9 strikeouts in 6 innings in Game 1, where a 3-run homer from Elijah Binford would walk them off in the 6th with a run rule win 9-0. And even though the Cyclones fought back in Game 2, scoring in the first inning, another home run from Binford would make it 5-1 in the 3rd. The Cyclones chipped away and tied it in the 5th and even led by 1 in the 6th. But the Rebs strung together some offense and won it 8-6. This impressive team is heading to Lexington, Kentucky this weekend for their next series. And that's all I've got for sports today. Be sure to follow us on our socials and tune in tomorrow at 5. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back.
And just like that, she starts to grin. A special flame's been lit within. The spark of something new begins. There's something in the water. On her own, she's in the zone. Determination can't be thrown. Resilience building in her bones. There's something in the water. With her gator on and her waders on, she can tackle anything till dawn. There must be something in the water. On and off the boat she flies. The sky's the limit, she's soaring high. She's a force of nature on the rise. There's something in the water.
Just try one. If you don't like it, it's easy to give up. Uh-oh, nicotine. I'd better move fast. Up and away! Go on, kid, go on.
Superman, is it hard to give up smoking or is it easy like nicotine says?
You no good windbag, nicotine.
No, Superman. Leave me one. Please, I need one. Just.
That's how hard it is. That's why I never say yes to a cigarette.
How to know if you should reach out to a friend? Your friend might be worried, sad, grumpy, angry,
Stressed, weird, rebellious,
anxious, antisocial,
lonely,
sleeping less,
sleeping more,
eating less, eating more. Look, there are a lot of things to watch out for, but you know your friend best. So if they're not acting themselves, why not say something? Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org. Awkward.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. Many people celebrate St. Patrick's Day, but do you know the story behind the lucky holiday?
The first recorded St. Patrick's Day celebration dates back to the 7th century in Ireland, though experts believe that the tradition started a bit earlier.
But here's a twist. The man behind the Irish holiday wasn't even Irish. Gasp! St. Patrick was born in Roman Britain and kidnapped at 16, forced into slavery in Ireland.
Historians still debate exactly when he lived, but medieval texts suggest that many people believe St. Patrick played a role in God's final judgment of the Irish. Over time, he became synonymous with Ireland itself.
In addition, St. Patrick is credited with bringing Christianity to Ireland in the 5th century, shaping the country's religious identity for generations.
So as you celebrate, remember, this holiday is about more than just luck. It's about a man, a mission, and a legacy that still lives on today.
Well, that's all we have for tonight. Tune in tomorrow. I'm Sneha Biyuru.
And I'm Cassidy Rickley with your latest news.
I'm Erica Durkee with Sports Watch.
And with Stormwatch, I'm Seth Parento.
Be sure to keep up with us on our socials and tune in tomorrow at 5.
NewsWatch Ole Miss, where we keep it live
and keep it local.